Hey guys, Cat here with Studio Sweat On Demand, and we are here to talk about one of my favorite booty shaping exercises and how to do it properly, because to be honest, I often do see it done improperly. It's very simple. It's called a hip abductor. Tasha here is going to be our model for us. And to do a hip abductor, you know, basically you're going to start with your feet about hip width apart, and a lot of people lose the balance point. But what a tip that I give, and I'm going to come down to the ground, is when you're doing this exercise or any single leg exercise, it's great to try to think about putting your weight in your big toe. For some reason, that just works, right? Try it, Tasha.
Okay.
Sinking the weight in the big toe. So one of the most common mistakes I see people make when they are doing a hip abductor is they actually turn their toe to the ceiling. It's kind of a natural movement, but you lose a lot of the engagement in the glutes when you do that, and you'll feel it. I mean, if you're standing there and you want to practice this now, go toe up as compared to what you should be doing, which is keeping your feet parallel to one another. So if you look at Tasha's feet here, this is perfect movement. She's keeping those feet parallel to one another. Now, one of the things that you can do if you're struggling and you keep finding your toe like wandering up is you can think about pointing your toes to the ground. You don't have to do that. That's a bit of an exaggerated movement, but it does often get your foot in the right position. And don't feel like, by the way, don't feel like you can't hold on to your friend or a bike or a chair or something like that when you're doing these hip abductor movements. Now, turning to the side just a little bit and have you turn this way. What you're working when you do the hip abductor is you're working your gluteus medius. Most people, when they think about, oh, I want to shape my butt, they think about what? Gluteus maximus, right? That big muscle in the back. But if you really want to shape it, especially as you start to get, I hate to use this word, but like saddlebags, they tend to go on the outside. So working that side butt muscle, the gluteus medius, doing exercises like the hip abductor, yeah, all day long, use me. You're going to really shape that booty. And another thing about the hip abductor movement is you can also do it lying down. So Tasha, go ahead and hit the floor. There you go. Find yourself a comfortable position for your head. You're actually going to take your butt to the back of the mat. There you go. Get yourself in a little bit of an inverted V position, okay? Toes to the front. And then you do the exact same movement. So see how she's keeping her feet parallel to one another? That's perfect. And again, if you want to turn that toe down to exaggerate the movements, you can do this. So this is a little bit more of a low impact way to do that same exercise. All right, guys, that is all I have for you on the hip abductor. Tasha, thanks for being such a beautiful model. And for those booty sculpting workouts, make sure you check out Studio Sweat On Demand.